had a knee and a back go out. So it's during that, this is one of those times of the year that your back goes out. It's usually around April and this time of the year too. I have two back seasons and it's flares up. San Francisco weather. Well, as you can see, we're all in fog, a little bit of haze and drizzle, mist and drizzle, I should say. What I wanted to talk to you about today was the sea ice extent up in the North Pole. I've got the graph right here. As you can see, it looks a little better, but it really isn't, is it? And the reason is because that only measures the surface area. So even if you have 1/4 of an inch of ice, hang on a second. One of the big problems with the sea ice extent, of course, is it doesn't look at sea ice thickness. And even though it looks like we're better off than we've been, we're about as bad as it's been because the sea ice thickness is not measured. These satellites are outdated. They need to be replaced, but the previous administration here in the U.S. didn't want to update those. I can't imagine why. So the big problem is the thickness. And yes, the thickness has gone down and down and down year after year after year until now it's thin enough where icebreakers can break through it. Even if it's solid ice, it's still thin enough to where icebreakers can get through. And Russia's advertising that they'll break the ice in front of cargo vessels that want to go through there instead of all the way around. But as the ice thins and thins, it's more susceptible to wind and currents and can pile up in huge gobs of ice. And you can get thicker ice that way if it keeps piling up year after year after year from winds that pile up the ice, and then you end up with a good thick ice shelf that makes it so that the polar bears, when they go out into the ice fields, they don't bust through the ice. I mean, it's very difficult to come up through the ice. Anybody who's fallen through the ice knows that it's very difficult to get your grip before you start to freeze to death. Boy, what a horrible thought, huh? Breaking through ice. People do that every year, though. Venture out on ice, they don't know how thick it is. It's kind of like what the world is doing on sea ice extent. We're not really paying attention to it that much, or the thickness, or how long it lasts, or how long it takes to thicken up. All these factors are in there and giving us a very bleak forecast for a blue ocean event in the North Pole shortly. Not too many more years, if any, we will be starting to see clear blue ocean events in the North Pole. Another problem is because of our warming climate, we're getting more and more forest fires all around the world. And all that soot is coming down in the north and south poles along with everywhere else. And if it's ice covered, it's going to get a black soot on top of the ice. You may not even be able to visibly see it, but it's there, and it brings in the sun heat and heats the ice from above. So on land, that's not good. As they've said, they've now forecast that all of Europe's glaciers will be cut in half. Half of all the glaciers will be gone by 2100. Might be a little bit sooner than that. What do you think? Well, I do appreciate you guys coming by my channel and checking it out. I know lately we haven't had hardly any visits at all. It's I don't know if it's YouTube dying as fast as it can be because of all the ads on there. People don't want to come and look anymore, and they think everybody has an ad. Well, mine does not have ads, and it will not have ads until YouTube forces it on it, and then I have to think about whether I'll continue on the video if there's ads on my channel. But for now, it's ad-free, and you can come at any time. Watch it at your convenience. So, I appreciate all the comments on the last videos. The ups, the downs, the new subscribers. And don't forget the comments. Until next time.